Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom. It's time for another challenge over at the Jaded Blossom blog. This one is all about fruit. So I'm making a card today using the Slimline dies, the spring dies, and the Go Bananas stamp set. Also the word bubble dies. So this is going to be a quick and simple card using a bunch of Doodlebug products. This is for Jaded Blossom's Slimline dies. The measurement is of the card is 8.5 by 7 1/8, and you score it 3 9/16. So here we are. I'm going to be applying my layer. That is yellow Doodlebug cardstock in the color Sunshine, and I'm applying it to my card base with HEG tape. And you'll see why I don't always use HEG tape when I'm making a video, because of course I mess it up. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, and it's stuck. And it's not straight. So I turn it off and I get it straight. But there was some ripping involved. This is why I don't use HEG on my videos very much. But now we're straight. That's a piece of paper tray ink white cardstock that my base is. Now I'm using Doodlebug's Petite Prints in the 12-inch line. And you notice another boo-boo, my glue got stuck. Anyways, this is Swimming Pool in Doodlebug's 12-inch Petite Prints line. And I cut that out of the other layer from the Slimline dies. And I'm using my craft tacky glue to just apply some glue to the back, and I can get it straightened out a little bit easier using glue on a video. It's just a little tricky because, you know, I have a light source right above me, and, you know, you're kind of working around stuff, and I'm still learning. So, you know, I'm not a professional at this kind of stuff yet. So these kind of mistakes happen. So I'm also using the Doodlebug Barbecue paper line in 12 inches, and I cut out that piece with the rectangle piece, and then I used the border piece that comes from the Slimline dies to cut the wave out. That is sort of representing my picnic tablecloth. That's the kind of the look I'm going for. Now I'm just lining it up onto my card base. I'm just sort of building a scene now to use with my cute little images. Now, you know, I don't know if you're, a stamper, a colorer, but Jaded Blossom has adorable dies to work with, and their sentiments are adorable. So you can just use those along with other images and make cards. You don't have to actually color. So I'm using the spring dies. I cut out clouds with with white paper tray ink cardstock, and also out of vellum. And that's from Cut Cardstock. I believe it's called CTI Glamma translucent paper. So I just cut them out, and I also cut out the word bubble die out of the paper tray ink white cardstock too, and I'll be doing some stamping on that, and just freehand stamping. So let's see if I mess it up. It's with VersaFine Onyx black ink, which is, you know, you get really good sharp images when you're stamping with that for your actual sentiments. That's my preferred go-to ink. So there we are, we line it up. Now this video is all in real time, although I did stop the video a couple times, you know, with the boo-boos, but there we are. So there's my sentiment, Life is Sweet. And that, like I said, is from the stamp set called Go Bananas. Now on this, I'm just showing you the papers that I used. I used the odds and ends, and I used the paper from Barbecue line. Doodlebug has these adorable images, and I use them with Jaded Blossom supplies all the time to make cute little cards. So here I'm just going to show you how I quickly put together a card using, Doodlebug dies and, Jaded Blossom dies and sentiments, and Doodlebug's little images and paper. So now I'm just adding, so this is the little sun that comes in that kit. There's a bunch of images. They're adorable, you know, just like all the Doodlebug stuff. You'll notice that I put the translucent paper behind it, the cloud, and then I'll be adding the clouds in front of the sun with using Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. I just like the look of that, like it makes it pop a bit. It gives it some dimension, which is, you know, a little more fun, gives a little more interest in a simple card, which is always good. So there we are. So I'm just applying my white clouds. Now, hopefully you'll come and play along with us. So you just have to make a card with some fruit on it, or fruit sentiments or something along those lines, which is kind of fun for August. We're all making summery type cards, and you can easily join us for the challenge over on the Jaded Blossom blog. I'd love to see what you come up with. So I'm using my EK Success offset tweezers, or reverse tweezers, to just, get my hands out of the way so I can stick down my images and things like that. So now I'm applying some Simon Says Stamp Craft Tacky Glue to the back of the big lemonade picture. And I'll be laying some images flat on my card, and some of them will be popped up. So here's my little lemon slice, and that will also lie flat on the card. I'm just applying that down, sort of giving myself room for my glass of lemonade to be popped up. So obviously I went with the fruit lemons for today's challenge. Now, you can use, Jaded Blossom has some adorable fruit dies, but I believe some of my other design team members are using those, so I didn't want to use the same thing. And but they're adorable. You could use those to make some cards. They're super quick and easy. Do a little ink blending. You just can't beat it. They also have a bunch of really adorable faces that you can stamp on the fruit from Jaded Blossom, which are really cute. They've been coming out with a bunch of those lately too. So now I'm going to be adding my other lemon, the full one, to the back, to the card using Stampin' Up! Dimensionals again. I'll just pop that in front of my picture here. And yeah, so these cards are super easy to make. Sometimes you just want to play. You don't want to, be so stressed out in your craft room. You don't always have to try something new. Sometimes you can be, doing an oldie but goodie design and make a really cute card to share with the world. Anyone that gets it will be happy because, you made it for them. So anything that's homemade is nice. So there's my sentiment, life is sweet. So I'll be popping that up also using Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. And they're kind of my go-to, although I do use 3M foam tape, but I didn't want to get up and grab the roll. I normally would have rolled it behind that big sentiment there, but I thought, my little dimensionals are here and I'll go ahead and use those. So here I make another little boo-boo. I'm going to stick down my sentiment, and I realize it's in the right spot and everything, but I would like a little bit more dimension. It just blends in. It's at the same level as that cup of lemonade. So I'm going to rip that off and pop some more dimensionals behind it. And no one will know, just you and me. And like I said, sometimes we always, I don't know. I know a lot of people, they feel kind of intimidated to get started. Sometimes they have some some creative blocks going. Sometimes when you're creating, you can't think of what the heck to make even. And I know that for me, when I'm stuck, I love to pull out some Jaded Blossom dies and pull out some Doodlebug odds and ends, because they're just easy and you can really create a quick card using them. So here I'm adding some hearts. Those are also from the odds and ends. They always have some hearts and some, other little embellishments. I chose to use hearts because I wanted to bring out the red in the checkered tablecloth and sort of pop it up. So now I'm just deciding here. Okay, I had to stop the video because I couldn't find my mini drops, or my mini dimensionals, sorry. Because those are really small, so they fit on the back of those little tiny hearts easily. So I'm just going to pop those up, and I always put my embellishments in groups of 3, just because I think it's more pleasing that way. And there we go. But like I was saying, sometimes you just want to get into your craft room and create, and you don't want to, spend a lot of time. You just want to, make a card. You just want to have fun, and for some people that means you're just making some easy cards. And this is the card for you because it's nice and easy, and you just can't go wrong with it. It's adorable. So there we are. I'm just going to be adding some little white highlights now with my Jelly Roll number 10. Freckles on cheeks, because of course suns have freckles on their cheeks, don't they? So does lemonade and lemons, correct? I don't know. I like to add it though. They're just so cute. It's my thing. So I tend to add little freckles to their little cheeks because, you know, how adorable is that? They're just cute. And of course I can't stop there. I'm going to pull out Doodlebug's shape sprinkles here in a second. These are the picnic parade, the little ants. And normally I'd be horrified if ants came to my picnic. I'm not a big fan of bugs, but these are cute little sticker ants. And they're shiny, and I think they're going to look cute on my card. So I'm going to add them. And I'll add 3 like I normally do, just because groups of 3 are kind of my thing. So, you know, or odd numbers anyway. I just tend to find that they, you know, they just look the best, draw your eye the nicest. So now I'm just going to be adding this last little ant on top of that lemon with one of my little pen, what are these called? Pen blades. Just because I can, you know, pick them up easier like that. Better than getting my fingernails in there because, you know, my fingernails are like brutal. So here we go. So now because I've got the shine from the ants, I think, what's this card missing? I think it's missing a little shine. So I'm going to use my glossy accents. I tend to put my glossy accents in a smaller little bottle when I'm doing some with a fine tip. I'm just going to fill in and add some glossy accents to the ice cubes themselves. Now, normally you'd add them to like to the whole glass, but I didn't want, you know, the whole thing to be shiny. So I'm just going to, you know, add the glossy accents just to the little ice cubes in the picture and in the glass of lemonade itself. And yeah, so, you know, it's, like I said, super quick card. I know my design team will have some great inspiration for you over on the blog. We always have the first Sunday of every month, we have a challenge. And, you know, there's a prize for the winner. And it's lots of fun, and you can play along with your crafting community. And like I said, I'd love to see what you come up with. So now I'm adding some glossy accents to the hearts themselves, just to give it a little bit more shine. Like I said, the ants have some shine, so I'm going to add some shine to my other embellishments, just so, you know, just to give it a little bit of oomph. And like I said, because, you know, with a simple card, sometimes you want to just, you know, zhuzh it up a bit and make it a little bit more, you know, exciting. So I do that with dimension and some shine. And yeah, so how cute is that? I think it's adorable. So now I'm probably going to do something else because that's just me. I can't leave well enough alone. I'm going to grab my favorite, I think, here. Yes, I'm using my Nouveau crystal drops in ebony black, and I'm going to make the eyes dimensional in the wide-eyed ones. I off to the side, I kind of squeeze out, get it going, and oops, it wasn't going to come out nice. So I go to the side again, squeeze it out quickly, make sure it's going to come out nice, because you don't want to wreck it at this point, people. That would just be sad. And I'd like to say I haven't wrecked it at this point in the past, but I have. I've done it numerous times, and you're so mad at yourself. So now I'm just adding, like I said, some dimension to the eyes on the lemon and on the picture. And then I believe we'll be done. So thank you so much for stopping by. You know that our next release is coming soon, so make sure to come by and check out our new release. It's awesome. Thank you. Hopefully I'll see your project soon linked up at the Jaded Blossom blog. See you next time. Bye, everyone.